Hello and welcome to another episode of Pulse Cinema Picks of the Week. I'm doing another episode for my brother as I didn't want to go out to his place today. Sorry if I'm glaring, I'm a little burnt to a crisp. I have a new person helping me with the camera, that way it's a bit more easier on me. So don't mind some giggles here and there. The movies I'm going to be talking about, one hits really home to me. But I'm going to be talking about the trilogy of Unbreakable, Spilt, and Glass. We'll start with the first one, which is Unbreakable, the very first one that came out. Now, to many people that have watched only Spilt, you need to watch the other two. It's a trilogy for one. For two, you get the dynamic. You'll get a better understanding of it all. They're based on comic books in the movies. In Unbreakable, Bruce Willis's character, I can't remember his name at the moment, but he finds out that he's never been sick in his life and has never broken a bone, nothing. He's always had good health. He didn't find this out until he came across a man called Mr. Glass, which I'll get on to who that character is later on. Mr. Glass told him about, got him guessing about taking days off sick or ever remember being sick, and of course his character never remembers that. He's checked with work, he ended up getting a raise at work because he's never taken a sick day. His wife has never knew him to be sick for anything. So he's unbreakable. He doesn't break a bone, he doesn't get sick. But he starts stopping crimes before they happen, or just after they happen. He'll step in and try and help, or stop completely if he can. But yeah, watch this one before you watch Spilt. Yeah, this one has the comic books that start the whole trilogy involved. Between that one and Glass. The next one, Spilt. It's about a man, and the show, his name's Kevin, who has a DID disorder. For those that really don't know, DID is a dissociative, I can't pronounce it today, dissociative identification disorder, or multiple personality disorder, depending on if you're old school like I do it. Now, a lot of people from the DID community did not like this movie at all, because it paints a bad picture for people that have DID, including myself. But like I said, you gotta watch all three movies to get the whole meaning behind them. Spilt is about, like I said, Kevin, who has 26 personalities, and one that's not awakened yet, that's still sleeping. He ends up kidnapping 3 teenagers from a parking lot after a birthday party, which is to feed the new altar that's coming. There's Barry, the one that's supposed to be in charge. He's a protector for Kevin. There's Dennis, who is a neat freak, and Patricia, she's very controlling, and there's Hedwig, who's pretty much what mine and my system consider the immortal child, one that never gets old. They all gang up on Barry to keep Kevin and Barry from the light, and so for the new personality, pro alter as we call them. At the end, when the beast personality that it's called comes out, he ends up eating 2 of the gulls, the teenage gulls. But not the third, because the third is not, well, the third is pure because she's damaged. I'm not going to say how she's damaged, you're going to have to watch to see. But for fans of comic book movies, these 3 are good to have, but get your facts straight about DID. This does not picture any DID at all. DID, we don't have monsters. We don't have beasts. We don't have superpowers. We don't have any of that. We're human, subhuman, but we don't pretend to have superpowers. We don't have superhuman strength or anything like that this movie says that this guy has. None of us have that. It's a movie. Wake up, people. It's also on a comic, but if you watch the other 2. Now, third and last one. Oh, this one also, sorry. This one stars James McGurry, who is also Professor X in some of the X-Men movies. And if I'm sorry about my stuttering, because that's one of my authors that do that a lot. And the third movie of the trilogy is Glass. This is a Samuel Jackson character comes into play, and he plays Mr. Glass. The reason why he has that name, well, he's got a rare disease. If you even like touch him a little bit, he literally gets a broken bone. Everything, he breaks every bone in his body way too many times over his lifespan in the chair. But in this one, it gives a bit of background of how Mr. Glass became Mr. Glass, how he knew about Kevin and the personality things, and how he knew about Bruce Willis's character that I still can't remember the name of. I'm broken. But anyways, they all come together, well, technically the cops get them all together in an asylum kind of thing, with a secret society that tries to disband them, thinking that they're not trying to get them to think they're not comic book heroes. This one's son finds books about it. Not comic books, sorry. Finds comic books about all 3 movies. And so does the living girl in this one. And the secret society just wants to disband, make them not think that they're superheroes or have weaknesses or anything. It's a really interesting trilogy as long as you watch all 3 and not just one. In this one here, Bruce Willis' character and Kevin, they clash, they fight. I can't remember if all 3 end up dying. You'll have to watch to see because I don't remember. But like I said, this one here gives background about all 3, how all of them came to be, and about the whole comic book issue, and this being a comic book thing and not the real DID community and what real DID is. But all 3 of these movies, if you're gonna watch them, watch all 3 together. Don't just judge one movie by just watching it. If you don't know the facts, don't say anything. Learn them. Read them. Watch them. Again, these movies are Unbreakable, Spilt, and Glass. This is probably my last show for a couple of weeks. Paul's going to be back on Saturday to do his Give Me a Break. Kind of, not really. Keep safe, everybody. And as I've been saying since I started doing these videos, keep safe and blessed be.